Can we get some of our own goats?
I don't know if we need any more goats because we have these goats. What do you think?
I want to get some sheep. That's what I want.
I would love to get some sheep. That would be awesome.
Well, good morning. Naturally, the order of events when building a house are, somewhat important. And today we're doing everything backwards and out of order. Because originally the plan for this utility room was to finish everything and then drywall over top of it. But because we've discovered a little bit of water intrusion, nothing too terrible, we've decided to pivot away from drywall and to use a lime render. On rainy days like today, we do currently at least get a little bit of moisture coming in through these stairs. And no, these stairs are not finished yet. We're not going to leave exposed concrete. We are going to finish them up, and we have some ideas for stopping that water intrusion. But right now, as the water pours down the stairs, it finds its way in between the stones and slowly seeps into the inner room. It's not raining that bad right now, but you can see a little bit of a wet spot there. I've actually painted a spot where it frequently comes in there. And no, it's not bad at all, and it's not really too much of a water problem. It's more of a humidity and moisture problem, and I just don't want to put up drywall, seal that in, and eventually have mold be growing behind that drywall. So instead, we've switched to a lime render that we're going to render over the entire room today. And realistically now, we probably should have waited for the final concrete pour so that we're not stepping on the tubes and causing a mess with that. But scheduling errors and all of that, but we're going to get through it one way or another.
Non è difficile.
Non è difficile, sicuro.
Sì.
Va bene.
Dici che sta su così. Alza, alza. Up, up. Ok. Anche qua. Buona.
Using a new technique that I've never seen before today. He's using the drywall mud as a form of glue to glue on strips of drywall. And that'll just give us a flat surface to work off of these doors. And then we're going to use a lime render to render over top of everything. He's also using it here as a way to raise this up. And then as that drywall mud cures back there, we'll even fill in more. And then bring another piece of drywall here. And then again, lime render over everything.
Больше, больше, больше. Окей, еще один. Все. В сторонку. Voglio finire il soffitto, capito? stanza?
Solo mezzo qui e uno qui
Sì,
e
penso,
posto? Oh, ok.
penso qualcosa. Non lo so se riesco a finire anche questo.
Ah, un secchio. I thought you said sacchio.
No, secchio.
Secchio, sacchio. Today we're using a lime render, but it's not just pure lime, it's lime mixed with earth, which is something new for me. I didn't realize that that's something that you did. We've mixed lime with cement before, but this is the first time I've ever used a product that's mixed with earth. Honestly, I have no idea what's special about mixing with earth. I need to go back and do some research, but you can kind of see the earthy, light brownish pink color behind me as a result of mixing it together. We're also adding in a little bit of the drywall mix, and that simply helps it dry a little bit faster so that we can move on to the second coat, which we were able to do just 15 minutes after the first coat, and he's now floating the final finish.
Real quick, I just wanted to take a second and tell you about a company that I have recently found and fell in love with, Wild. Wild creates refillable, natural personal care items like deodorant, body wash, and lip balm. Their mission is to eliminate single-use plastics in these items that we are using every day. I specifically love their deodorants. They come in these aluminum cases that are reusable and customizable. They come in lots of different colors and patterns, and they can be refilled over and over with plastic-free refills. My favorite is the cherry blossom scent, and I have it in the cutest V case. One thing I love about Wild products is they have these cute and quirky designs that really take something that's normally boring and make it a little bit more fun. Something else I love is that Wild products are made with no aluminum salts, parabens, or talc, and all their formulas are vegan and Leaping Bunny certified. I have very sensitive skin, and it has been really hard for me to find a deodorant that actually works and doesn't irritate my skin. I was so thrilled when I found Wild because not only are they great for my sensitive skin, but they actually work and smell great. There are seasonal, limited edition, and classic scents that all have a super creamy texture because of the shea butter that they're made with. And because of Wild's reusable aluminum cases and their compostable refills, Wild has saved over 612 tons of single-use plastics from going into landfills. If you'd like to try out Wild products for yourself, you can check out the link in our description below or scan this QR code now. And you can use our coupon code for a special discount. Thank you so much to Wild for partnering with us on today's video.
Ma il soffitto non riesco a dare due mani.
No.
It's so incredible.
Prova bagnata.
Va bene, però deve essere asciutto.
Ah, bene. That's about as far as we can get today. We still have this wall to finish up, but we ran out of materials, so we will have to pick this up later on. In fact, we might come back and finish the floor before we finish the other walls, which is the proper way of doing things, but you know, scheduling and all of that. So to be honest, I've been really struggling getting to work today, just, you know, struggling to get off my butt and find the motivation to get to work. So I went for a walk on our lower terraces, and the walls you see behind me just really struck me in a new way. After the months of working on finishing off those walls and then coming down here to appreciate what they would have done 700-800 years ago, back when they didn't have excavators or cement mixers or all of the tools that we have today, and to see some of these stones that they would have simply mostly gathered from the forest around and brought over by hand on carts and donkeys and stacked them up using nothing but block and tackle and just sheer brute force. And my goodness, to see these walls, over a dozen of these walls, 80 meters in length usually, ranging from 3 to 5 meters tall, like, oh my goodness, like, the sheer amount of people, the decades of work, and for what purpose. Also, it makes farming a little bit easier. And that just puts things into a whole new perspective. And yes, of course, it does make the land that much more beautiful, but this was farmland. This area back here was primarily meant for fruit trees, which we will be bringing it back to that someday soon. But it just boggles my mind and puts it into perspective for how much work we've poured in the last couple of years, and to see the amount of work that they would have put in over decades just to make farming easier.
Whoa. Satisfying to watch.
So you girls will be mostly in charge of paintbrushes. Actually, you'll do both, okay? So first things first is we're gonna go around and paint around all of the outlets.
Okay.
So you just dip your paintbrush in, always wipe it off. Chloe, don't ever do this, and then you drip it all over the place, okay?
Okay. Definitely different paint.
Yeah. So we are finally painting today. I feel like I've been waiting years for this day to come, that we are painting the girls' bedroom. So we are all here getting our hands dirty, ready to start the transformation of this room. After we paint and get the outlet covers on, basically all that's left in here is flooring, which is so exciting. So today we are going to try to paint as much as we can all together, and it's gonna be a blast. Don't push in. Just kind of like, and don't get close to the wood beam.
Yeah.
You can get all the way over to this edge. Yeah, now you know what to do, right?
Yeah.
So don't push in. Just let it go on the board, on the wall. Get down low, get on your knees, like get squat down maybe. Yeah. Don't push in.
Earlier this morning, I painted on a primer, which is something very different than what I'm used to. In Italy, they use a very liquidy primer. It almost looked like water going on the wall, just basically getting the wall wet. Without that primer, the paint would soak into the wall, and the color of the drywall would bleed through quite easily. We still have to do 2 coats, but that first layer of watery primer helped a lot, but it was definitely very different. It very much felt like I was painting glue onto the walls, and it made it a stickier surface for this first layer of paint to adhere to. Do you like painting your own bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy with the paint color, or what would you have chosen?
I really like it with white.
Okay, good. So I didn't read the instructions, and we were really struggling with the paint, and it's so thick. Feels like a halfway between drywall mud and paint, and still not having good coverage. So I read the instructions, and you're actually supposed to mix it with water first. So,
Whoops.
yeah. Now that I've diluted it, it's like it works a lot better, but the coverage is just not the greatest. You definitely need 2 coats with this paint. I think for the second coat, I'll buy a better roller as well, just to give a better texture, but I think it's gonna look really, really good.
Thanks for getting all those high places up there.
Yeah, just make my butt look good.
It always looks good. It's not exactly fair that we've kind of left Bradey to do all the high pieces and all the trim work. He's the best painter of the group, so me and the girls are...
And all the girls are short.
We are short, that's true. All the girls have been doing, you know, the bottom half of the wall, so we got done pretty quickly because there's 3 of us working on it. But he's just kind of up by himself at the top doing all the trim. But you're doing great, honey. What are you working on out here, Chloe?
I'm sweeping. I'm sweeping the steps that we put our names in, and you can kind of see them again.
Oh, that's so nice.
We can't really see the C, but we have OE.
Oe.
And
and Alexa.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah. And we have 2025. I can see that. I
think that was the 2024. We did this quite a while ago.
Oh yeah, 2024. I think we might be needing more. Do you want me to avoid that spot with the circles on?
Nope, you can paint right over top of it.
Okay.
So over the weekend, we spent a day cleaning up the property because it's been just a disaster. And well, it's looking quite good now, and we have a decent pile of wood to take care of. So I'm going to show you girls the proper way to play with fire.
Yeah.
This is all a little bit wet since it's been raining. So we're going to make a big boom out of it, okay?
Yay. I'm scared.
Oh, I threw it too far! It didn't quite go boom like I thought it would.
Well, we are on our last room. The first coat, but our last room. This is going to be, I think, all we're going to try to accomplish today. And we're almost there. It's coming together. It's looking good. I feel like we're getting a grip on this paint a little bit better, and it's all coming together.
Wow, it looks so clean.
I feel like Cinderella a little bit, like just like
Scrubbing
scrubbing the
everything.
floor. No, but it's nice.
Oh, you got rid of that spot.
Yeah, so that came off pretty
Okay. I
easily.
didn't think that was going to come off.
The only thing is that in where you like did the caulk around the edge,
Yeah.
it kind of got in there, so I don't know if I have to redo that.
I kind of thought I'd have to read it.
And there's a spot over there in the corner that kind of needs to be redone too. So everything
I'm
is-
surprised how scrubbed up you got this floor. It was nasty.
It was nasty. This is like my
Look,
40
It's a
second
bathroom.
bucket. It's a bathroom! We're getting there.
Okay, just tell me.
I think this is the first time that I've ever been without shoes on in our home. Ever.
Strange sensation.
I love being barefoot, so it's really nice.
Well, there we go. All of the drywall has been painted and is looking quite lovely. Thanks for all your help.
I got messed
Woohoo!
It's been a day.
It's been a day. Are you ready for pizza now? Okay, good.
All right, we're going to go get cleaned up, reward the kids with some gelato. But real quick, just thank you so much for watching and supporting us. We will see you in our next video.